Now let's dive deep into this big LGBTQ story for today. I'm Faye Watt, and let's queer up South Florida and Florida. West Palm Beach caves to MAGA and removes rainbow crosswalks. Another Florida city is preparing to scrub rainbow crosswalks from its streets, but not its heart. West Palm Beach announced it will remove the LGBTQ rainbow-colored crosswalks at Spruce Avenue and Northwood Road to comply with a new Florida law. The law, backed by Governor Ron DeSantis and reinforced by U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy, prohibits non-standard surface markings that officials claim may distract drivers. But instead of letting the colors fade away, city leaders are reimagining the tribute. The rainbow brick concept will soon reappear in nearby Serenity Park. Mayor Keith A. James issued a statement saying, quote, "The rainbow crosswalk has served as a powerful symbol of inclusivity and pride in our community. While we comply with state regulations, we remain fully committed to preserving the spirit through a monument that will continue to honor and celebrate our LGBTQ plus residents and their contributions to the fabric of West Palm Beach," end quote. Local queer advocates are praising the city's creative response. Randy Hawk of the Palm Beach County Human Rights Council said, quote, "That is true leadership," end quote. Elsewhere in Florida, cities like Boynton Beach have already removed rainbow markings. Others, like Key West, are considering legal challenges. Communities across Florida, including Wilton Manors and Orlando, continue to walk the line between pride and policy, hoping the colors of love won't be paved over. You know, let's be real that this rainbow ban isn't about traffic safety. It's about erasing queer visibility. It's about erasing us, you know, but baby, the gays don't just cross the street. We own it, baby. In a 2023 GLAAD survey, 71% of LGBTQ plus adults said anti-LGBTQ laws negatively affected their mental health, right? And these crosswalks aren't distractions. They're lifelines to many of us when we just walk across the street, you know? You know, big shout out going out to West Palm Beach and all the people behind it, right?
Yes.
For like just thinking quick, right? Like by, you know, because my initial thought, and I'm embarrassed to say it, when I was first about to read the story, I was like, here we go, somebody else kissing the ring.
Yeah.
Right? Somebody else, like, you know, like I always attribute it to dog stuff, you know, automatically giving the belly, right? Like, you know, but then like, they have to do certain things, right? There are laws being put in place. They're put in place to protect us and all that, blah, blah, blah. But they thought quick on their feet. Let's do something else real quick to make sure that our LGBTQ plus residents still feel seen, that the history is still preserved to some degree, and, you know, and move forward. You know, this can't be easy either, you know?
I think we have to do that. We have to find strategic ways to beat them at their game, because these people are hateful. They're attacking LGBTQ people and black and brown people, and anyone that tries to argue that, I don't want to hear the bullshit. I'm sorry, it's BS. It's BS, because their actions speak louder than words. I look at people's actions. You can stand up all day long and say it's about safety. I know it's not. It's about coming for our community.
You know, and like you were saying before about us being in this little bubble down here, right? Florida's a big ass state, right?
It is.
And you see where this hate is coming from. Like, you know, Palm Beach had their pride and they had to jump through hoops. They got so many obstacles put in their way, so much funding that was pulled that they had to go and raise the money on their own to be able to have pride, you know, yet they're still fighting.
And this bubble is so beautiful. We have Faye Watt, we have Bonnie Builder, we have Trini Daddy, along with Trini Tranny. So this is such a beautiful community. Look at the diversity. And on top of it, like you said, Faye, this is a brown table today.
Hey, don't adjust your screen.
Look at us, right? Trini, what do you think about this thing, boy?
I think that I would love somebody on MSNBC, CNN, somebody to pull up the police reports to see how many accidents actually happened in that rainbow crosswalk.
Exactly.
All right, I want somebody to actually show the receipts and say, you know what? I know what you're doing. We all know what you're doing, but we just want to call it out, put it on the chyron, and just show that they're just being discriminating, you know, discriminatory against the LGBT community. I somewhat understand in Palm Beach, because that's where Trump lives. Right? That's
Mar-a-Lago's right there.
And with the Dade County kind of turning red with a certain type of MAGA cult group rising in there, I'm interested with Key West, because Key West, I go there all the time, and they are so laid back. They are so gay friendly there.
And they're not.
They're notoriously conservative.
They're very Trump. Have you looked at the windows? Like all the Trump shirts?
I haven't seen any of that.
Key West used to be very gay back in the day.
Well, I spend most of my time in the gay area there. Yeah. So that's where the rainbow crosswalk is, and everything is right in that little space there. So I'm just kind of curious. They said that they would be interested in, maybe fighting back and doing legal challenges and seeing how that works out. And I'm hoping that maybe they might be a little a chink in the armor to just say, hey, you know what? Maybe we have some more grounds, and maybe it'll spread a little bit further.
Yeah, or maybe they'll be scared to do that. I mean, like the Broward County right now is being looked at, right? They're checking all the finances in Broward, right? And people are saying that the reason is because it's a very blue area. Right? They're not checking Miami right now, right? And Miami went red, pa-pow, right off the gate, right out the gate. So it's like, like, what do these cities do? Like, they need the support and help of our governor, right? Hurricane season is here. Like, it's here, basically, you know what I mean? And if something happens, look at what happened in Texas. Like, these are all the things that these port cities have to worry about when they're fighting back over a crosswalk, And,
I mean, it was a brilliant idea to erect a monument that's even more conspicuous than what's there. Maybe the next thing is like a little St. Louis arch rainbow over.
That's a good idea.
Something like that.
Oh, I love
those 2 arches that they just built in Miami? Yes. Somebody needs to climb up there and put a gay flag up.
Or you know what? You could you do it with lights. Yeah. You could light it up to
light it
up.
Like,
yeah.
That's a good idea.
I love that. Bonnie's just going to go like this.
Yeah. When the pendulum swings back the other way, this is all going to be so ridiculous. It's ridiculous now, but it's just going to be so laughable when it swings the other way, which I'm confident it eventually will, because God, please. But it's just so ridiculous to hear these sort of stories. The small things that they are gunning against and the small victories we're creating for ourselves by having the pivot to where we're actually putting these monuments now. So I'm proud of the queer community. I'm always proud of us. If we're anything, we're creative. If we're anything, we are cunning. If we're anything, we are shady. If we are anything, we are gorgeous. So they can never dim our light. So they can keep trying with the foolishness. It ain't gonna work. It's not.
Amen.
Well, and that is the big LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and sharing Queer News Tonight.